Uncertainty is all around us, never more so than today. The current COVID-19 pandemic has heightened uncertainty over the economy, employment, finances, relationships, and of course, physical and mental health. Yet as human beings, we crave security. We want to feel safe and have a sense of control over our lives and well-being. Fear and uncertainty can leave you feeling stressed, anxious, and powerless over the direction of your life. It can drain you emotionally and trap you in a downward spiral of endless what ifs and worst case scenarios about what tomorrow may bring. If you feel overwhelmed by uncertainty and worry, it's important to know that you are not alone. Many of us are in the same boat at this time. It's also important to realize that no matter how helpless and hopeless you feel, there are steps you can take to better deal with uncontrollable circumstances, alleviate your anxiety, and face the unknown with more confidence. This is what Jordan Gross' new book, What Happens in Tomorrow World, is all about. Jordan was lucky enough to have grown up with all four of his grandparents, Grandpa Morty, Grandma Ellie, Grandpa David, and Grandma Harriet. They were four very different yet uniquely wonderful people, and Jordan loves and appreciates them more and more every day. Jordan used to see his grandparents pretty often, basically every month, for Jewish holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. As the youngest grandchild, Jordan would always sit on one of their laps as they talked about whatever was going on. Those conversations usually began with the weather. You can learn a lot about somebody by asking them about the weather. They would sit around the Friday night dinner table and somebody would inevitably ask about the forecast for the rest of the weekend. Each grandparent would play meteorologist. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend, just gorgeous. Grandma Harriet would say with a strong Brooklyn accent. What are you talking about, Harriet? Grandma Ellie would chime in. High 50s and a 30% chance of showers is not gorgeous. It seems terrible to me. Grandpa Morty went next. What are you two yapping about? It's just weather. If it rains, wear a jacket. If it's warm, take it off. Who cares? Finally, they would look at Grandpa David, always the last to speak. Nobody can predict the weather, and it's out of our control. So why fuss over it? It may be sunny or it may be cloudy. No matter what the weather may be, we can all still have a wonderful weekend together. A couple years later, they were having another holiday dinner at that same dining room table at Grandma Harriet's house. Jordan was in 3rd grade and Mrs. Tozer had just given him his first ever unsatisfactory mark on an essay. Jordan showed up to the grandma's with a pout on his face, so naturally the topic of conversation that evening was what's wrong with Jordan. Jordan told them about his grade and Jordan explained how scared he was about all his writing assignments going forward. Jordan had no idea if he would ever get a good grade again. Grandma Harriet started, "Oh, Jordan darling, don't worry about it. It's just one essay and you are going to do beautifully on the next one." Jordan looked at her glossy-eyed. "Ah, you are so delicious. I can't even get over it," she said. Grandma Ellie shared her own thoughts. "That's not good, Jordan. One bad grade can turn into two, and then who knows? You better be careful." "I was no good in school," Grandpa Morty would say. "It doesn't matter. Good grades, bad grades, who cares? Just move on, kid." Grandpa David would speak last again after listening to all the other words of consolation. "Jordan, you are going to succeed and you are going to fail. One isn't necessarily good and the other isn't necessarily bad. What matters most is what you learn from each experience." Every Passover, the Seder included a search for the Afikoman. Traditionally, the eldest person, in this case Grandpa David, would hide a piece of matzah somewhere in the house, and then whichever kid found it owned $20 and bragging rights until the next year. One Passover, Jordan's brother was away at Duke, so it was just Jordan, his parents, and his 4 grandparents at dinner. Since Jordan was the only kid, Jordan searched around the house, but he couldn't find the afikoman. He looked everywhere. When Jordan finally gave up, they all asked Grandpa David to get it for him. They told him it was too good of a hiding spot. Smiling, Grandpa David searched around the house, but he couldn't find it either. Mice must have gotten it, he joked to Grandma Harriet. As they ate dessert, Grandma Ellie mentioned something about the lost piece of matzah. You know, it's not good that you forgot where you put the matzah, David. You should get yourself checked. Who knows what could be wrong with you? You may have a tumor. God forbid, Eleanor, Grandpa Morty responded. So he lost the piece of stale bread. Who cares? I'm sure he will remember in a little bit. He always does. He will find it, Grandma Harriet said cheerfully. Grandpa David was eating. He could sense all eyes were on him. I'm sorry I lost it. I don't know if I will find it soon. I don't know if I will find it ever. All I know in this present moment is that this chocolate cake is mighty good. For the next few weeks, Grandpa David continued to forget things. Keys here, cell phone there. He and Grandma Harriet decided to go to the doctor. Their family congregated for dinner shortly after. As they started on dessert, Grandma Harriet spoke to Jordan differently than she ever had before. She looked around the room. She placed her hand on top of his. Jordan, dearest, your Grandpa David has Alzheimer's. There was so much Jordan wanted to say, so many questions Jordan wanted to ask. But as water filled his eyes, all Jordan managed to get out was, so what's going to happen next? Jordan obviously thought that like clockwork, each grandparent would take their turn speaking. But to his surprise, Grandma Harriet did not say something positive. Grandma Ellie did not say something negative. Grandpa Morty did not act with indifference. Grandpa David did not provide any sage advice. Instead, nobody said a word. They just proceeded to get out of their chairs, circle around him, and give him the biggest, longest hug they could. Even the pessimistic Grandma Ellie. The only response Jordan heard was that they would all get through this. With love and faith and support, they would all get through this. Maybe during times of uncertainty, your behavior gravitates toward Grandma Ellie. You are scared, nervous, and that makes you turn to facts. You become a realist, and that often comes off as negative and pessimistic. Maybe you relate best to Grandma Harriet. You are an unshakable optimist. No matter what happens, the future will be bright. Or perhaps you are like Grandpa Morty. You are always cool and calm and collected. You don't take things too seriously, so you brush most of it off. You are often chill and indifferent. And it's possible you are Grandpa David. You are spiritual, very much living in the present, not assigning all too much meaning to situations, good or bad. But no matter which method resonates with you the most, there is no one correct response when you are faced with a situation that totally upends your world. There are no right answers, but there are wrong answers. And as Grandma Ellie realized, there is no place for pessimism and negativity during uncertain times. And although no single response is best for every different level of uncertainty, the response that matters most is one that promotes hope and love and faith. It's about making the people around you who matter most feel safe. It's about making them feel loved, just like Jordan's grandparents made him feel. Whether it's a hug or some encouraging words or no words at all, uncertainty is best faced together. Love and support are uncertainty's greatest adversaries. As you immerse yourself in tomorrow world and meet all of the characters within this magical arcade, you will think about how you have been reacting to the uncertainty in your life. Are you lifting up the people you love, or are your fears and worries bringing you and others down? Which character or grandparent do you relate to the most? Is this really the person you want to be? Overall, I would say that this book will teach you how to manage the anxiety and ambiguity you face in your daily life and how to thrive in this challenging situation. If you want, you can buy the book What Happens in Tomorrow World by Jordan Gross by following the link given below in the description. Wish you all the very best. Thanks for watching this video till the end. More wisdom, more solution, better life.